This is one of the most painful pills I've ever had to swallow in my life. And I really fought against it. I really tried to believe that it wasn't true, that maybe there was another way, maybe there's something I could do. Because letting go of your day one, where it gets to a point that you have to ghost them, it's a really, really painful experience. Because for someone to be your day one, they don't just do a bit of favors for you and then automatically they are day one, or you don't just know them for a few years and you give them that title. That's someone you've been with through thick and thin, since the beginning, as just the word suggests, day one. And that person for me was my cousin. And I say my cousin, he's actually supposed to call me his uncle. He's supposed to call me his uncle because his dad is my cousin. And he's supposed to call me his uncle, but we're the same age. So I was like, nah, bro, like, how are you gonna call me an uncle, bro? And we're the same age. Like, it's weird. So it's like, nah, we're just gonna call each other cousins. Plus, me calling him my nephew, like, bro, my cousin, for him, we're gonna call him G. G is not his real name, but I'm gonna call him G for, well, obvious reasons. But G is someone that I pretty much grew up with. I remember growing up, when schools would close, he would either come and visit me or I'd go and visit, them. And I had a PlayStation 2. He had an Xbox 360. So if I was the one going to visit and stay with them, I would always, bring my PlayStation 2 with me, or vice versa. If he was the one coming to stay with us, he would always come with this Xbox 360, and we would just game away, and just life was peak. Life was peak back then, and all of this happening just, grew our bond together, at least for me. And I saw him as more than just a cousin. Like, to me, he was like a brother now. And unfortunately, he didn't used to see me that way, and I wouldn't know that until later on. So we grew up like this, where we grew up in this togetherness. Like, our family, both of our families have kind of brought us together. But there came a time where both of us kind of split. Like, life took us on different paths, and we had different things going on in our lives, and we split. And during that time, we didn't really communicate at all. Not because there was bad blood between us, but because there was like the communication just wasn't there. There was no conversation. We didn't really have a phone. We didn't, like, it just couldn't be, until after around 5 years we were able to communicate. And he was like, yo, I'm gonna just come and visit you guys. And I was like, yeah, say less. I was like, bet, and I was ecstatic. Like, I was super excited because I was like, yo, like, it's been a while since I've seen G. Like I wonder how it's gonna be. And in my mind, I thought it was gonna be like the good old days, how peak it used to be. And boy, was I wrong. So yeah, he pulls up, because now we've moved to a new place, right? So he pulls up, and immediately I noticed something was different. I couldn't pinpoint what it was, but I could feel it. Like, I was like, bro, this ain't the same G I used to know. Like, something is off, something is different. See, growing up, I'd say G always had the upper advantage on me. Because, for example, I was fat growing up as a kid, he wasn't. And that made me super insecure. So I really struggled with talking to girls. And he didn't. He would always get girls. Like, he was always confident. Like, he always had that upper edge on me. And I always wanted to learn from him. I was actually happy to have that type of person in my life. And I always tried to take notes and improve. Now, during this time, this 4, 5, 6 years that we haven't, talked or seen each other, a lot has changed. And now, without bragging, I'm him, right? He comes, he rolls up, and he sees, like, I am him. See, I happen to be a very good looking guy, and I never knew that growing up because I was always so fat. But now, during that period, that 4, 5 years that we haven't talked, we haven't seen each other with G, your boy done trained, your boy done dieted, and now I have a great physique. And not only do I have an amazing aesthetic physique, but I have come to the realization that, oh shit, but I look good. Like, I'm a good looking guy. What? And I even started realizing, like, every time I'd go outside, I started getting a lot of attention. And it was weird to me because I went from a guy who thought nobody would ever want, nobody would ever even want to be around, nobody would ever like. And now every time I go outside, like, everybody just wants, that attention. They want to be with me. They want to talk to me. It was even weird that in certain situations, people were nervous of me because, like, I'm good looking. Like, chicks would be nervous. And I'm like, bro, I'm just a normal guy like you. I mean, I'm just a normal human, like, there's no need to be nervous. Like, I ain't special or nothing. So now your boy has become him during that period, and G has rolled around. And I decided I'm gonna show him around because we had moved to a new place, and I didn't want like every time he wants to go to a shop or the supermarket, or maybe he even just wants to go on a walk, like he's gonna need me to be there so that he doesn't get lost. And I just show him around. So like I'm just gonna show him around earlier in advance so that he can be aware of the environment that he's in. So we start going on walks, and remember how I told you growing up, like G was the one who always had the upper advantage because I was far and he was all the one getting all the play, and he knew like he was like, I wouldn't say better, but maybe he was above me. Like he knew them. So we start going on walks, and your boy starts getting a lot of attention. Like I start getting a lot of attention from people. Now initially, I'm not too sure how G was thinking, but I think what happened is, since he was so used to me not getting any attention at all, and it was always him who would always like have some play going on, like he thought initially it was him. Because I remember like we'd walk and he kept telling me over and over again, like, yo bro, look, that chick is checking me out, or look at those girls, like they were checking me out, bro. And me being me and me being confident in who I am and my strengths, like I knew it was me, but I was like, there's no need for me to just tell him like it's me, or to like try and like show off or anything like that. Like I was like, there's no need. So what I would do instead is I would back him up, like I would hype him up and be like, bro, yeah, it's you, it's all you, you're the fucking man, you're the god, you go do your thing. If you like her, go do your thing. And I'd keep hyping him up. But as we kept walking and I kept showing him around, I think what happened for him is the reality started kicking in, and he realized it wasn't him who was getting the attention, it was me. And that pissed him off. I remember even when we were walking, I could feel it in his energy. Like it even got to a point where we kind of stopped talking. Like we're just walking now like kind of strangers. And it's not because anything has happened, but because bro is so jealous, bro is so frustrated that now like I'm getting all this attention. And I remember thinking to myself, bro, what the is wrong with you? Like what? First thing in life, there's always going to be someone who's better than you. There's always going to be someone who's taller, who's stronger, who's smarter. There's always going to be someone better than you. If that someone is a close friend of yours, why would you be jealous of them? Why would you be frustrated by their strengths? Like when we were kids and I saw you had the upper advantage, like the upper hand, I was always happy for you. I was always willing to learn from you. But now you've come and you see now I'm the one who has the upper advantage, the upper hand, and now all of a sudden you don't even want to talk to me. Now you've got all this hatred, and now you keep throwing shade my way. I was in this internal conflict, this internal battle in my mind, where I didn't want to accept the signs that I was seeing that this guy doesn't view me the same way I view him. He hasn't put me in the same position that I've put him in, and on the contrary, he's jealous of me. Like he's jealous. He doesn't like seeing me win. There's this time, like during this time, he started trying to talk to my exes. Right? He was really asking me about my exes, and asking me to show them who my exes are, and I did. And then he would like try and go and like talk to them and raise them up and stuff like that. And I was like, bro, like why would you do that? Like what are you trying to prove? Are you trying to prove that you can roll with the chicks that I roll with? Like, are you what's up with you, bro? Because I would never do that to you, And the funniest thing and the most ironic thing, and karma doing its thing, right? All of the exes that I show him and he tried to go and raise him up, they would usually entertain him, but they will only entertain him so that they can get to me. Like eventually they always try to use him to get to me so that we can start talking again and stuff like that. And then I found it hilarious because he was like, oh, like she's texting me this way, because he kept telling me like, oh, your ex is texting me this way, oh, I'm gonna bag her, bro. And I'm like, and in my mind I was like, bro, this is just weird. And I was like, man, you do you. And then at the end of the day, like they would take him on that journey, right? Lead him on, make him think like something's going on, just so that they can get to me. And then every time that would happen, I would be so happy because I was like, yo, you're getting what you deserve. Because what are you even doing? Like, who does this, bro? What kind of man does this? And then there was just a bunch of other scenarios that happened in my life that made me realize, like, bro, this guy just doesn't view me the same way I view him, number one. And that really took me a lot to accept. Like, I did not want to accept that. Because I was looking back at the memories that we had excuse me, that we had growing up as a kid. Bro, I used to come and visit you guys, like your family, all the time. You used to come and visit. I'd bring my PlayStation, you'd bring your Xbox. We would talk and laugh all day long. We would do this for years. Like, how? Why? What happened? you know, I really fought against accepting it, but eventually it just got to a point where I couldn't not accept it. Like I couldn't accept like that was the truth. Like he just doesn't like me. He just doesn't like seeing me win. He doesn't like who I am. Seeing me, have all the things I have. And at that point I realized like not only is he not a day one to me, this guy's not even a friend. I was like, this is not the type of guy I even want to have around me. Someone who just keeps hating on me, trying to bring me down, trying to prove, like, even when he was talking to my exes, bro, like, what are you trying to prove, bro? Because I remember even my friends were telling me like, bro, why is your cousin doing this? Like, this is weird. And I told them like, I fucking know, bro, like I don't know what's wrong with him. And then it just got to a point where I had to swallow that pill, and I made it very clear that I just don't fuck with him anymore. And I made it very clear, unless he goes and gets his shit together, like I'm just not gonna be rolling with him at all. And the thing is, we stopped talking for a while. He thought, because I remember the time we met when we went to visit our grandma, like all the families are going to visit grandma, so we met at the function. And I remember we were talking, or he came to talk to me, and he told me like, bro, you really gonna ghost me because of a bitch, like because I was talking to bitches or something like that. And I was like, bro, the reason I'm not talking to you is not because of girls, bro. Like, open your mind. I viewed you as a brother, bro. The things that you were doing to me, I would have never done to you. Never in a million years. I always had your back. I sacrificed so much and so many things for you. Like, how, like, it's not even about the girls. Like, yeah, the girls here, because you should have had my back, and like what you're doing is just wrong. It's everything. It's how you were treating me. Like, and then in my mind, I told him, I was like, it wasn't about the girls. And I don't think I told him this, I don't remember fully, but I remember thinking, until the day you're gonna realize what happened and realize that you fucked up for treating me the way that you're treating me, for doing the things that you're doing, and until the day you realize that, like, I'm just done with you. Like, I don't want to have the type of person, like this type of person in my life. And yeah, that's how it happened. And I swallowed that pill. I realized he never viewed me the same way I viewed him, and it sucked. But it is what it is. Life is life. Life happens. So, but yeah, and that's how we just stopped talking. We just stopped meeting, and we all went to separate ways. And that was a really tough pill to swallow. So if you have someone who's a day one in your life, a genuine day one, cherish it, because that's something that is priceless.